for all the fake farmers, I have some news for you. In the beginning, we have very limited ways to make money in Grand Bazaar. And while chasing trends can be great sometimes, other times it is worth going the longer route. So today I'm sharing the earliest ways to stack up a bit of money, then tell you how I plan ahead for the bigger profit, and lastly, a super lazy money hack so that you barely need to lift a finger. I hope you enjoy it. The easiest thing to do is, of course, to look around your farm and everywhere else on the ground to collect all the free goods daily. One example is the walnuts on your farm. You process them at the windmill, and from the bottled walnuts, you then make walnut juice out of them. The same applies to flowers. Pink perfume is an easy but nice option early on since wildflowers are literally everywhere. And with a bit of luck, you will also have the trend pink items, which would then boost the price even more. It doesn't seem like an awful lot, but resources also respawn twice a day, so it does stack up quite a bit. Also, keep an eye out for dig spots, since metals can be very lucrative, especially early on. Yes, they might have another purpose later on, but I personally found the extra profit from them very essential for me. One little bugger I always try to spot out in the wild is the pygmy grasshopper, and it stands out because it is brown and not green. With a 400 gold base price, it is certainly not a bad option for starters. And as soon as you hit summer, keep an eye out for brown cicadas, because those can also sell for 600 up to 2000. However, with both bugs and fish, they can very quickly fill your inventory, so make sure to also upgrade your bag and storage early. Copper, silver, moonstone, or peridot are also very tempting to sell for quick money. But be careful, you do need lots of ore in the beginning. Not only for tool upgrades, but also for some requests. So you need to set your priorities here. But if you have spare materials left, I would always aim to make accessories out of them. And of course, processing animal products also works, especially in making mayonnaise out of egg since we are getting a chicken early. But keep in mind that the alpaca yarn or yogurt made out of milk also sells for quite a bit. When it comes to farming, and there are two solid go-tos for me. Number one is the classic turnip. It grows fast, it has a decent base price, and if your first spring trend calls for round crops, then you are even more lucky. If not, you can still make them into turnip salad and earn more from that. Now, crop number two that I would recommend as a beginner is the daikon radish. It actually only takes 4 days to grow, and it has an even higher base price than the turnip. And if you also make sure to always use fertilizer daily and water all your crops twice a day, it will not only accelerate their growth but also raise the base quality and therefore their price. My biggest recommendation would be to grow rice all throughout spring and onwards, which you can buy at Miguel's booth. And it doesn't seem all that satisfying in the beginning because it does take a whopping 11 days to grow. But in my opinion, this will be fully worth it later on, so let me explain. So as you work your way towards summer, you can process your rice into vinegar. And you will also need to unlock the blue windmill by ranking up your bazaar. And as you finally hit summer, you can now focus on growing pumpkins. And this is because now you can take all your vinegar and all your crops and you can easily make pickles out of them, which are, in my opinion, a very lucrative option to make money early in the game. For example, the pumpkin pickles have a base price of 951 gold. But all the other pickled veggie options also work very well in general. And now, for all the fake farmers who don't actually want to lift a finger, I have some news for you. What if I told you you can buy a lot of rice indefinitely at the cafe, then make it into mochi and make the mochi into refined rice flour, which you can then sell in bulk. So one bag of refined rice flour sells for only about 400 base price, but if you keep repeating these steps, you somehow stack up a lot of money without actually trying. So in the beginning, you might feel tempted to sell your items at Miguel's shop instead of the bazaar, simply because it is way faster than waiting for Saturday. But be aware that leveling up your bazaar rank by making profit on Saturdays will be your major key to everything. It will not only progress your story and unlock more upgrades and items, it is also tied to unlocking vital characters, some of whom you might even want to romance. So whatever you do, please prioritize running your bazaar above anything. And now let me in on your secrets. How are you making money in Grand Bazaar? Please tell me in the comments. I am looking forward to chatting with you about it. And also feel free to subscribe for more Grand Bazaar. But that's it from me. Have a wonderful day and take care. And as always, my gratitude goes to our lovely members: Danny, MJ, Ty, Liana, Faye, Mandy, Cassandra, and Alex.